Hi, and welcome to Volusia Teens Read. My name is Chelsea, and I'm with the Volusia County Public Library at the Hope Place branch. Today I'm going to show you how to make two different types of paper mache and how to apply it to a mold with materials that you probably have laying around your house. For this project, you're going to need white all-purpose flour, white glue, water, a bowl, something to stir with, something to cut with, and newspaper. As a forewarning, this project can get really messy really fast. So make sure that you're working on a workspace that you can easily clean once you're done. Once you have all your materials together, let's get started. For our first paper mache mix, we're going to be using equal parts white all-purpose flour to water. I started with 1/3 cups of each just to make it a little more manageable if I need more or less. So we're just going to mix these in the bowl here. If your mixture is clumpy, be sure that you're stirring it very thoroughly, but if it's still clumpy once it's fully stirred, you might need to add a little bit more water. So this is about the consistency we're looking for. It's not completely liquidy, but it's perfect so that the newspaper is going to stick to what we're molding with. Our next mixture uses white glue and water, but the same rules from the first paste still apply. Using water to water down the glue helps it soak into the newspaper better so that the newspaper will hold. This mixture is obviously going to be a little more watery than the first, but make sure that your glue and your water are evenly mixed so that we can start the next step. Next, you're going to want to take a newspaper and cut strips that are about 1 inch long. This will help it stick to the mold that you're using a little bit better. For our mold, we're just going to be using a simple balloon. Balloons are a great surface for newspaper to stick on and are a great mold for beginners. Once you have your balloon blown up, you can take whichever mixture you prefer and start dipping your newspaper strips into the mixture. The best way to dip your newspaper strips is to start with one side, fully coating it, and then the other, so that you're making sure both sides have all of the mixture on it. Then taking 2 fingers, you're going to want to slide them down the length of the newspaper, getting off any excess liquid. When you put it on your mold, just smooth it over as smooth as you can make it. This will help the other pieces of newspapers you put on top stick better to the one underneath it. Just make sure you're smoothing out any wrinkles or bubbles from the newspaper. As you continue to apply newspaper strips, ensure that with each one you're smoothing out the ripples and bubbles so that it's easier to apply the next strip. When you're getting the strips for your newspaper, another great option is to rip the newspaper instead, so that the ripped, feathered edges will easily blend into the next newspaper. Keep applying newspaper using this technique for about 3 layers. This will make the finished product much more sturdier. Thank you guys so much for joining me here today. I hope that this gave you a good idea of how to create a paper mache mixture. In my next video, we'll be covering how to make a face mask using the paper mache techniques I taught you. For more crafting videos, be sure to follow our YouTube channel at Volusia Teens Read and check out our Instagram at Volusia Reads. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you later.